All right, you beautiful people out there. Today I'm going to detail the Federal Reserve, how they work, how they operate, who they are, and what you need to know about them. Here we go. All right, boys and girls. Here are some important things you need to know about the people that control your money. It's not your government. It's a private group of people who manipulate markets. They create boom and bust cycles. They're the people behind the curtain. They're the people who really run the show. They own politicians because they pay for their campaigns in many cases. They draft legislation that benefits them and that screws us. They are not accountable to you. They're not accountable to me. They're not accountable to anybody except themselves. How did this happen? Great question. All right. Here it is, in a nutshell, because we're on time show here. The Federal Reserve Act, a small group of men that controlled roughly a quarter of the world's wealth, secretly got together off the coast of Georgia on an island called Jekyll Island. They figured out how to rig the entire system in their favor. You may recognize some of the names because they're awfully famous names. You got the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, J.P. Morgan was a big one, among others. So J.P. Morgan came out and he created a rumor that literally crashed the stock market. Talk about some fucking power, right? Just a rumor crashes the stock market. Yeah, that's the kind of power they had. So the people of the country were terrified, of course. How could this happen? They demanded it be fixed so it would never happen again. Thus, the group of loaded individuals who were trying to destroy the country put forth an idea that would solve the problem indefinitely. The Federal Reserve Act. Problem, reaction, solution. And in 1913, I believe it was, Woodrow Wilson signed it into law before Christmas Eve, when most of the elected officials were at home with their families. That's how they still do it today. Consequently, transferring power of the US dollar into private hands, into banker hands. And that forever changed the landscape of the United States. It was a pretty big deal. Well, Mr. Knowledge, you ask, why does it matter? Well, it matters because you literally have a group of elites that are above the law and have the power to print endless amounts of wealth out of thin air. Endless amounts of money that can be used by any and all means to control everything. Outcomes of elections, monetary policy, interest rates, blackmail, bribes with the reach from judges to police chiefs. Ownership of major media outlets, propaganda pushing Hollywood. And the list goes on. That is why you should not only care, but you probably should also be informed. As the founding father of international finance, Mayer Rothschild once said, "Permit me to issue and control the money of a nation, and I care not who makes its laws." And that says it all right there. Thanks for watching Headless Knowledge. We got more videos coming, so stay tuned.